How you doing? I'm Lloyd Carr, former Riverview Pirate and coach here at Michigan. State champs. It's where the action is.
State Champs is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughraiser.com for details. And Sarah Chevrolet. We're building excitement.
Hi everyone and welcome once again inside the State Champs Network studios for another edition of the 5-time Michigan Emmy Award-winning State Champs. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. I'm Stephanie Funkhauser, and you need to get ready for another hour of simply the best winter coverage of high school sports.
I'm Lauren Plant, and she is so right. To complement all those great highlights, we also have some great features loaded up. Ryan Slocum has a moving piece on the struggles Flint Beecher's head basketball coach Mike Williams has been dealing with and how he's handling it like a champ. But that's not all. We take an inside look at what's happening here on the campus of LTU, and we honor another Sarah Chevrolet Athlete of the Month.
And make sure you stick around for the whole hour because Michigan's only prep hockey show, Power Play, is coming up later. For the next 6 weeks, the last 18 minutes of the show is all hockey. It's awesome.
So let's go. We start on the hardwood. It's time for the full court press. We begin in boys hoops. Chippewa Valley ready to rock it out with their rivals up the road, the Cougars from Macomb, Dakota. Ranked 4th in our Super 10 and 4-0 on the year coming in, Dakota in gray got it going early. Chris Marshall finds Jermaine Jackson Jr. Triple from the corner and the Cougars led 19-14 after the opening quarter. Dakota poured in 25 points in the second quarter. Trayvon Webster launches the three ball. The senior Tavin Allison there for the putback. 11 of his 16 points came in the first half. Cougars cruising up 44-21 at halftime. Chip Valley came in at 5-1, hoping to continue breathing down the neck of the Cougars. The junior Matt Henningsen nails a tough jumper. Still in the third, off the Dakota miss. Quincy Lunsford out to Stephen Lloyd in transition. The finish. But Dakota is on a mission this season to advance beyond last year's regional semifinals. Jackson rated as one of the top juniors in the state. He led the Cougars with 25 points. Macomb, Dakota wins this one 79-60, 5-0 overall, and now 2-0 in the MAC Red. We go west now to Ryan Terpstra.
Thanks, Lauren. In the OK Green Conference, we had a showdown between two teams, both off to fast starts this season. Holland Christian and Byron Center. Second quarter, BC with the ball, working their offense. Alexa Carter with a great lob inside to Tenna Barr, who finishes with the left hand, and the Bulldogs were up by 7. They would continue to hit shots in a variety of ways. Emma Fowler with the fake, and the senior goes glass for 2. Byron Center led by 8 going into halftime. Holland Christian woke up in the second half. Kennedy Schoonveld finds Kelsey Meyer open, and she knocks down the 3 that pulls the Maroons to within 5. A couple of possessions later, it's Schoonveld, the junior guard, slashing through the defense, off the window for 2, and Holland Christian would cut the lead to just 3. Even with 7 seniors on the team, the Bulldogs were saved by a sophomore. Ellie Dykstra nails the pull-up J. She led her team with 12 points, and Byron Center holds on to defeat Holland Christian 38-30. Now, let's head to Lansing.
Thanks, Ryan. Everett hosting Holt last Tuesday. Take this one in the first quarter when DeAndre Wright comes up with the steal. He's going to take this one all the way to the hoop for the bucket. The Vikings with an early 2-point lead. Everett, they really set the tone. Jamyron Jackson in the paint for a nice kiss off the glass. and the hoop, and then Leandre Wright coming up big again with the drive in traffic. He hits the runner, had 17 points on the game. Holt looking for answers. They find one when Drew Stavischek takes care of that. He drains the three from the wing, but the Vikings really had it going. Jamyron Jackson takes it hard to the hoop right before the buzzer. Everett tops Holt 61-52. In girls action, DeWitt facing arch rival Hazlitt. Second half, DeWitt down 4, but Gavi Jacobellis sinks that one off a loose ball, and DeWitt's only down a pair. But the Vikings, they were unstoppable in transition as Anissa Wims gets the steal, passes to Sydney Dennis, who gets it back over to Wims. She gets the hoop and the harm as Hazlitt builds their lead. Hazlitt on a 10-0 run, but Summer Ward gets this pass after it goes around the world. She sinks that one for 3. DeWitt trailing by only 7, but the Vikings would be too much. Megan Mowat takes that one down low, sinks in the bucket as Hazlitt knocks off undefeated DeWitt, 59-51. Grand Ledge hosting Lansing Eastern. This game would start with some nice passing as Malik Adams finds Jordan Goebel, who feeds Josh Horford for the nice turnaround hook, putting the Comets up early. The Quakers would respond though when Isaac Rees gets it up to Muhammad Mesa at the basket. He gets the hoop and the foul. He missed the free throw to cut the Comet lead, but Grand Ledge, they'd take control as Austin Edwards finds Jordan Goebel for the easy layup, giving the Comets a good lead. Grand Ledge wins 71-55 over Eastern. For state champs, I'm Jay Sarkar.
Hey State Champs fans, I'm Lauren Jabara. Make sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on it all, giving you the latest and greatest scores from around the league. Coming up after the break, we go in focus with a basketball coach from Flint. You're not going to want to miss that. And after that, it's our Ultimate Sports Blitz. Don't go anywhere.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield has been going strong for 5 years now. And as you can see, we'll do pretty much anything to get people's attention.
But what we do best this month is give out Auto Show bonus cash. Lisa Cruz for $69 a month with 0 down, or Equinox for just $119.
What's all this for?
For the next commercial.
Oh, man. Cold, 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 cold.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for 1 medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Welcome back to State Champs. Let's go in focus. Over the past decade or so, Flint Beecher has simply been one of the best boys basketball teams anywhere. In fact, they've won 3 state championships in the last 4 years. Wouldn't have been possible without the leadership of head coach Mike Williams. Ryan Slocum has the story of a coach where the entire community is now rallying around him.
Last January, the Beecher basketball team was cruising toward their 3rd state championship in 4 years. It turned out to be not much of a fight, but around that time, head coach Mike Williams began a different fight, one he literally didn't see coming.
It was just all of a sudden, one morning, I just got to work and things were blurry, and I got to practice and it got a little bit worse. One day he just came in and his eyes is going the other way, and he was like, "Cause Mike, something wrong with you." And then a few weeks later he came with the news.
Williams was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. The 39-year-old 3-time champion told his team during the playoffs, and he told them he was going after the disease head on.
Our hearts dropped, but we just had to play for him, because he wanted us to play for him, and he wanted what's best for us. That's why he still do this, man. I didn't want my kids to see me fall off or not fight the way that I asked them to fight. So You know, it's a situation that I have to deal with, but I'm blessed because it could be a whole lot worse, and it's not a death sentence. It's not something where you can't survive and thrive and do the things that you want to do with in life.
And fighting MS has made Mike realize what those things are, so he completely changed his lifestyle. Williams now gets plenty of rest, a better diet, and no more drinks. Not for him, but for his wife and 2 young sons, Buddy and Caden.
Sometimes they would have 3, 4, 5-hour practices, and I'm like, you know, you got a family at home, so, you know, now I see him leaving the gym, you know, at the right time.
Mike says he suffers from fatigue, vertigo, and ringing in his right ear every day. But as his opponents will tell you, Williams doesn't know how to lose, and he's using his situation as yet another teaching tool for his team.
You know, he's been a great asset, man. I mean, and not just from winning championships, just the overall good dude. And that's my whole thing as, you know, as AD. I want to put good people around these kids and bringing them from boys to young men.
I want the best for him because he won the greatest coach ever. I won't want to play with no other coach than Coach Mike, man. He pushed me so hard. You know, when I came in as a freshman, I had a little confidence. He brought me up, you know, worked with me, and I appreciate that from Mike. That's just what it's all about, fighting and continuing to improve as a person. And no matter what obstacles you have, you know, you're judged by when things are going bad, not why things are going good. So I don't want people to look at me and feel sorry for me. I don't want people to think that, you know, my career's over or anything like that. I'm going to live, I'm going to be fine, I'm going to take care of myself, and, you know, we're going to continue doing what we do here.
Stephanie here for the Ultimate Sports Blitz, and let's start with the MAC Red Division cheerleading meet held at Utica Ford High School. And we start with Utica Eisenhower as they would have a good showing here in the stunt round. The Eagles as a team would finish in 3rd place. We go to Macomb, Dakota as they perform here in the compulsory round. On point with their routine, and the Cougars were your runner-up. But the team on this night was the Titans from Sterling Heights Stevenson, flawless in their stunt performance. And with that, Stevenson would go on to capture the meet. We go to wrestling in the OAA conference as Rochester went on the road to take on the Farmington Falcons. This match was under the lights, and we start in the 135-pound weight class as Phil Lalone of Rochester would take on Luke Higley. Lalone only needed a little time to take care of business as he would get the pin on Higley. Back comes Farmington in 130. Good match here between Jake Justice and Noah Turnus. In the remaining seconds, Justice would get the 1-point escape and he would go on for the victory. But it would be too much for Rochester in 171. Christian Wen taking on Dominic Terenzia of Farmington, and it would be Wen with the headlock on Terenzia, and finishing it off with the pin as the Falcons go on to beat Farmington. I'm Stephanie, more highlights coming up later.
Hey State Champs fans, coming up after the break, that's right, we're talking nothing but basketball. We've got our full court press, followed by a ton of other highlights from all of these winter sports. Don't go anywhere, you guys.
USA Hockey has found its new home in Plymouth, Michigan. Take pride in the red, white, and blue and put on your jersey in support of Team USA. Team USA, building champions.
Are you considered a top male or female athlete in your sport? Listen up! The Detroit Athletic Club is celebrating 20 years of awarding thousands of dollars in college scholarship money.
We're founded on athletics, but not only athletics, but also to the citizenship part of the commitment. And so it's all about bringing that together.
12 male and female student athletes will win their share of $15,000. Go to msa.thedac.com. You must return the application by January 31st for your chance to win.
It's not fair. Everyone knows Hungry Howie's created flavored crust.
Yeah, but other places are trying to take the credit.
Yeah, but telling the truth is easy. I'll go first.
Okay.
My spirit animal is a sea captain.
What?
I miss payphones.
Wow.
That lady that brings you cookies every Friday?
Oh, yeah.
I have a huge crush on her.
That's my grandma.
Huge crush.
Hey, everyone gets a free medium pizza on their next online order with coupon code FREE1. Now that's an idea.
Hungry?
Howie's!
FAR Therapeutic Arts and Recreation has designed therapeutic programs that allow family members to participate. These inclusive programs give families greater understanding and individuals with special needs stronger emotional support.
FAR is a good place because it helps my little brother. I like to do drums and stuff. I like to do bam, bam, boom, slam.
For 60 years, FAR has provided creative arts therapy for individuals with special needs. FAR can help. Visit far-therapy.org.
Time for this week's look inside Lawrence Tech.
Awarded Lawrence Tech with the Label Program. So the Label Program is a distinction that we reserve to a certain number of schools and universities in the world. It's the testimony and the evidence of a significant commitment to the DAS system solutions.
Lawrence Tech is one of the most innovative universities in the design space. As a newcomer to the design industry, they had to do things differently. And I really believe that the partnership with Dassault Systems to be able to use technology for both creative design and for engineering is truly the breakthrough that we see here at Lawrence Tech.
The exposure to students in the profession is such a huge return for an academic experience that you do not see at a lot of art schools that offer transportation design.
The partnership that we have with Dassault at Lawrence Tech has been incredibly helpful. We have a one-on-one laptop program here for our students. So our students get a laptop and then all the software that they need for their program. So you can literally build a car using Dassault products.
The vision has always been for LTU to be the technical lead university in the Midwest. It's gaining ground in that area. This particular program, the Transportation Design Program, is given the university the opportunity to have a visible program that could be and is gaining as one of the best transportation design programs in the world.
For more information on Lawrence Tech University and all the opportunities they offer, head to ltu.edu.
I'm Ryan Slocum, back to the highlights from the mid-Michigan area, starting in Saginaw with Arthur Hill at the high. The Trojans showing out early. Willie Shavers dropping the dime to Terrence Crumpton for a 5-0 lead out of the gate. Now, if you've never been to a Hill High game, you get tired just watching it. Billy Burton doing things most of us can't do on an Xbox. But that was about the end of the highlights for the Lumberjacks. The High led it by 17 at the break. Crumpton doing it again in the third. Quay Southward led Saginaw with 17 points as the High hands the Hill its first loss in blowout fashion, 78-46. We'll keep it in the Saginaw Valley League for Powers at Carman Ainsworth. CA up 16 at the break and adding to it. Jacavian Lewis from downtown to make it a 19-point game. Back the other way, TJ Edwards running that Greg Burks inbound play to perfection. Peyton Beauchamp finishes it, but no one finishes better than Terry Armstrong. Omari Duncan throws it up for the freshman who puts on his jammies and says goodnight to the Chargers. CA rolls 77-47. Finally, the top-ranked team in Class C, Beecher at Goodrich. The Martians on the break, but LaVon Blake and Quay Burks are the tag team champs of rim protection. The Bucks come back the other way. Malik Ellison stops and pops for 2 of his 23 points. Later, it's Blake getting offensive, pulling down the rebound and sticking it back in. Beecher beats Goodrich 61-44. Now let's go up north to Jerry Taylor.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm Jerry Taylor here in the Upper Peninsula. We start with the rivalry that's unlike any other, as Ishpeming battled Negaunee. Opening possession of the game, ball goes to Dylan Tassin, who sets his feet, pulls up, and nails the jumper for the first points of the game. Moments later, pass is deflected and Ozzy Corp comes up with it and feeds Cool Hand Luke Coolyu, and he finishes at the hoop for the Hematites. Ensuing possession for the Miners, it's Dre Tumanen taking it to the rack, and Dr. Dre nails it as Negaunee takes the lead. Moments later, he attacks the left side of the hoop, and count that baby, in the foul 3-point play there. Hematites act like they forgot about Dre as he led the team with 20 points. More Nagani as they feed it to Ben Luke down low. He gets the defense to jump, flips it up, and fills it up. Everything falling for the Miners. A few seconds later, loose ball, and Trent Bell, the big guy, throwing it down. Nice play there. But the Hematites would fight back in this one. Thomas Finnegan absorbs the contact and finishes at the hoop to try and silence the home crowd. But the Miners would respond. Tassin, like a rolling stone, reverse layup, gets it to go. Nagani with a 10-point lead there, and the Miners would win it in the end, 66-44 over the Hematites. Next up, girls basketball, as Bark River Harris battled Westwood. Second quarter off the Patriots miss. The ball goes to Madison Lindquist, and Maddie L. nails the three for the Broncos, and they are up big time. A few minutes later, pass intercepted by Katie Schultz, and she is a firework, taking it all the way to the hoop by herself, and the foul. BRH up 17 at the break. Third quarter, fast break for the Broncos. Alyssa Billa gets the basket and the foul, but the Patriots would not go away in this one. Hannah Salmi from downtown, she nails it to try and jumpstart the Westwood offense. Later, check out the Patriots breaking down the press, finding Madison Matthias, and M&M nails the open layup to keep her team in it, but in the end, Bark River Harris gets the win over Westwood. For State Champs, I'm Jerry Taylor.
Sarah Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the Sarah Chevrolet Community Awards. This month's Athlete of the Month award was given to Jacob Jobert, a 6'3" senior guard from North Farmington High School. With a 3.5 GPA, Jacob's dedication on and off the court have made him a valuable player for the team since his freshman year. This year, Jacobs helped lead the team to a 4-1 record in the month of December, averaging 11.5 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Jacob has demonstrated a well-rounded skill set and has had tremendous growth the past 4 years.
On behalf of Sarah Chevrolet, I'd like to congratulate Jacob Jobert on being the Athlete of the Month. And with that comes a $25 gift card and a certificate from Sarah Chevrolet.
I'm Tom Markowski, the Senior Editor at State Champs. And with me today is Joe Cochran. And today we're going to discuss what took place this week at Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. Because the administrators there refused to play a football game against Brother Rice that would be forthcoming this fall, they were booted from the Catholic League for 1 year. They have an opportunity to reinstate themselves by appeal after that 1 year. How did this story start, Joe?
Well, you know, a couple months ago, they were given the chance to play Brother Rice, take them on the schedule. They refused to do so. They appealed 5 times, and the answer was no. Finally, the Catholic League came down, said you're going to be suspended at least for 1 year. This could be the death penalty, maybe out forever. We've known about this for about 10 weeks. My thoughts were Notre Dame Prep, play Brother Rice, stay in the Catholic League.
You can read more about this on our website, statechampsnetwork.com.
All right, State Champs Nation, more breaking news, more news regarding the Catholic League, probably the biggest job opening in football in Michigan high school sports this year. Who was going to take over at De La Salle? We now know. It is Scott Merchant, now the former coach at Chippewa Valley, back in the Catholic League, long run at U of D Jesuit, obviously coached at Brother Rice, played at Brother Rice. Now you're over at De La Salle. How did this happen?
Divine intervention. As a product of the Catholic League, it's always been near and dear to my heart. De La Salle's a great school. Coach Furska's done a great job there with the program, and I thought it was a special, unique situation, which is really the only thing that would take me away from a place like Chippewa. This all just went down yesterday, as you guys found out, so it's been a whirlwind.
Absolutely. So this is Saturday. We're filming this. We are going to talk more with Scott about his prospects ahead and kind of reflect back on his career at Chip Valley, a great career and what he was able to do there. Check it out at statechampsnetwork.com and on our YouTube page. Dan Young and Tom Markowski will be right back after the break talking about Mr. Basketball.
We want you.
We are Lawrence Technological University, and we don't want just anyone.
We want the brainiacs, visionaries, geniuses, and game changers. We want the students who will change the world through technology, science, business, and design.
So if you're ready to explore your possibilities,
we want you at LTU.
Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
Snap Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day. If you want selection, it doesn't get any bigger than this. And right now, you can get the lowest prices of the year on some of the most exciting vehicles on the road. Celebrating 25 years of giving customers a superior buying experience. That's Snap Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
Snap Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Snap Camp, Snap Camp.
We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table. When we sit down together, we share our expertise. You've got a legal problem, we know you need relief. Advice that you can trust, that's why people come to us. We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm Tom Markowski in another segment of Fast Break. Next to me is Dan Young of the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. And this week we're going to delve into the race for Miss Basketball. And I really think, like the boys, there's two top candidates with some wild cards that could slip into the race. I like Kaiser Gondrzak out of Benton Harbor. She's averaging 40.5 points a game. Could be a state record if she keeps that up for the whole season. Kaiser was my #1 player in the preseason and also was my #1 player as a junior. Signed with Michigan, she's a candidate for the Naismith Award and also for McDonald's All-American team. Dan, who is that second candidate?
It's Mydrika Cook from Muskegon. She's 6'1". She's very strong, athletic. She scores at all three levels, in the post, mid-range, and from the three-point line. Quote from the boys coach from Muskegon, "If they didn't have girls basketball at Muskegon, she'd be in the rotation for the boys team."
And that is funny. But you find that with a lot of the good girls that they play with the boys. Tanaya Davis, the winner last year from Goodrich, played a lot of ball with the boys, and that really helped her on. Some of the other candidates for the award, another girl from Goodrich is Alexis Civilian, who is signed with Iowa, Saya Frazier out of Detroit Renaissance, who signed with Penn State, and also Antoinette Miller out of a fine Southfield Lathrop team, and Jaleesa Terry out of Flint Hamady. Next week, we're going to delve into the top teams in both the boys and girls, see if there was any shakeup in the top 10. Thanks a lot for being with us again this week, Dan, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Don't go anywhere because there is still a ton of action ahead here on State Champs. After the break, we go to the Blitz for some boys swimming coverage and more. Our main event is a MAC-Red showdown in girls basketball. And don't forget, nearly 20 minutes of the best hockey coverage anywhere is coming up with Power Play. Stay with us.